station of the Winnebago tribe.
KWTN 100.9 FM. Holler if you can hear me. Can you guys hear me out there? So another episode of Winnebago Talks. We're about to kick off here at the KWTN 100.9 FM studios right here in Winnebago, Nebraska, the official radio station of the Winnebago tribe. We are licensed out of Allen, Nebraska, and we wanted to introduce episode number 36. Alrighty, number 36. So we are over the radio dials on 100.9 FM. So if you are tuned in, thank you. And we can also have the opportunity, you can do us streaming online. So if you go to the Winnebago Tribe, www.winnebagotribe, and look for the KWTN radio tab, click on the radio player, you can hear us. And the final way to do it is if you are by Facebook or YouTube, you can go to YouTube, look up Winnebago The Big Voice, and we'll be opening there. We had a debut thanks to our WIN editor, Jordana. We had our first debut of our opening segment to Winnebago Talks. How cool was that and stuff? So I'll get to the introductions here, and we'll get everybody kind of mic'd up. But Jordana, tell us about that a little bit.
Oh yeah. All right. Can you guys hear me? I can barely hear myself. Hello out there. How do you hear everybody?
There you are.
So I ended up doing a special report kind of title sequence for the WIN, so I definitely wanted to have Winnebago Talks to be able to have its own title sequence. So that's what you guys seen opening the show.
That was dope. Bethany, what'd you think?
I loved it.
Good commentary.
I was crying. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want the camera to look at me. I got tears in my eyes, but I loved it, Jordana. Thank you.
Okay, so I have to tell the story. Can I tell the story?
Go ahead, yeah.
So Jordana, not only did she do the editing and the sound design, there's a lot that goes into it. It took us a long while. We debuted our acting skills. Did you see that acting skills? Not only that, but Jordana became a drone pilot.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. I wasn't trying. It was pretty funny. I got a clip of I had the drone like sitting right here, kind of trying to zoom into everybody. Got a close up of Bet just staring right into the camera. That was pretty funny. It cracked me up when I was doing the editing.
It was funny.
That is awesome. All right, let's see. We also have. Go ahead and give us your introduction.
Hello, everybody. I'm Tyler Snake. I can hear it better now. Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm Tyler Snake, the Winnebago Indian News Office Circulation Manager.
Dope. All right, and we also have
Michelle Parker, representing HCCDC.
Oh.
Thanks for coming back here. You have an event coming up. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Before we do here, though, we do have, let's tell the listeners what we have in store today. The answer is trivia game that we always have has been in the tie limbo. We've been kind of getting some ties and stuff. So I know you have an appointment.
Yeah.
Jordana, you might have to step in and see if you can break that tie here today, okay?
I can do my best.
That's going to take place. I got some good questions here. And so last week we tied, and we have some good questions today. We have the family and organizers of the annual March to Honor Lost Children to discuss the historical event that will take place, I believe, tomorrow morning. We'll find out more information about that. Angel Decoro has some breaking news about, what do they call it, National Registry? Is that what it's?
Yes.
About the water springs and
Yep.
stuff. So we're looking forward to that one. The Midnight Love Show that debuted here we'll have the host and the DJ of the show, and you don't want to miss that one, so we'll make sure that we'll get to that. Now, here's something we want to start off very cool, and you guys got to have to help us out for those that are tuning in on Facebook. I want to do something that's very special to us here. I'm actually going to give you a prize. How do they win the prize?
So they can comment here on our live stream in the comment section, and you can let us know what you're thankful for.
Okay, so explain that a little bit more. To reiterate that. If I comment what I am thankful for, because this week is Thanksgiving week, right?
Yep.
And Thursday, everybody's going to get together. So if I comment what I'm thankful for, my name will get into a drawing?
Yes.
Okay.
So we'll do a prize drawing, and all you got to do is just comment in the comment section on our live stream right here on Facebook or on YouTube, because we're monitoring both.
Okay.
And let us know what you're thankful for.
All right. And then, so if I give you a story, it doesn't matter because I'll have an equal chance. I just got to put it in my name in there. Just give us the comments, what you're thankful for. And then we'll get all those names together and pull one out. And then, boom, we have a winner.
Yes.
All right. I like it.
Easy enough.
Yeah, that is cool. I like the idea. So looking forward to seeing all the thankful comments, because a lot of times this week, for Thanksgiving week, we have a lot to be thankful for. Coming out of the pandemic, the families are getting back together. That was horrible when we weren't able to do Thanksgivings, and you had to do them with your immediate family and stuff. But now family members can get together and whatnot. So
My cooking was horrible too. No, I'm just kidding.
So
Blamed it on the pandemic.
we did have a debate. I was like, what should we do to make them earn a prize? And I said, maybe the favorite recipe. Comment below what your favorite recipe is. And then Bethany said, well, have them comment what they're thankful for. And I was like, oh, there you go. There you go. All righty. So let's get it started here. We have ARL happening.
Yeah, we're going to be doing All Request Live a day early this week because of Thanksgiving falling on Thursday. So we'll be live tomorrow at 11 a.m. I'll have a special guest joining me to help co-host, our summer youth employee, Morgan. He'll be coming over. And then I'll have another special guest dropping by to deliver an important announcement. So make sure that you join us. And don't forget to vote for the top song of the week on our graphic. You can always text it as well, so yeah.
Did you notice who won it the last couple weeks?
So for the past 2 weeks, it's been the Winnebago Service Song sang by the New Breed Drum Group.
How cool is that? New Breed is going against Al Green and Michael Jackson and all that, and then Winnebago is voting for the Winnebago Service Song. So thank you for everybody for voting for that. Winnebago in the news, you have some important information.
Some exciting.
And some exciting information that we're going to give to the. We'll turn it over to you guys.
Okay, well, as you guys know, we've hosted the Christmas lighting contest for, I don't know how long, for a very long time. So this year we decided to give it a name in honor of Neola Old Lady Walker. We decided to call it the annual Old Lady Walker Christmas lighting contest. Because sort of learning about the history of it, I talked to my Choca Jerome, longtime editor of the W.I.N, and he sort of gave me the brief, the history on the lighting contest and how she started it way back in the day and how she used to sponsor the prizes out of her own pocket until her passing, and then the Winnebago Indian News took over on it and was able to start sponsoring.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's a little bit of brief history, and sign up is by December 15th. So you guys contact Tyler.
Yeah, you can contact me at tyler.snake at Winnebago Tribe. More dates.
Yeah, you guys will probably have a form for if you want to enter. If I want to enter my house or whatnot, then there will be a form developed, and just get that form to you guys, and good luck to everybody.
It's fun.
So far as the prize money, though, let's talk about a little bit about the prize money. What do we have?
You want to know how much? Like the top prize?
Yeah, and then who's sponsoring? Because this is coming from all the Winnebago organizations and departments.
Yeah. So first place for $1,200 is Winnevegas. They've been our, top sponsorship for the past years. Second place we have HCI. Let me see how much I forgot. We have HCI for $1,000. Third place, $800 from Winnebago Gaming Corporation. Fourth place at $600 by HCI. Fifth place by Physical Resources is $500. Sixth place is $400 by Human Resources. Seventh place is $300 by WCHS, Winnebago Comprehensive Healthcare System.
There you go.
It's real long. No.
Get tongue-tied.
Eighth place is $200 by us. Maybe we should pay more. And then the last two places, 9th and 10th, is sponsored by Blue Earth Marketing.
Oh, cool. That is very awesome. All right. So that's going to be taking place. The flyer will be out here once we get all the commitments from the sponsors, and we'll be off and running. So
yeah.
I know Black Friday shopping takes place this weekend. Are you guys excited?
I
Probably
am.
not. Probably don't. I'm too cheap to go
It's
to go
Cyber-
splurging like that. No.
Cyber Monday now,
I
right?
like a good deal.
So if you're looking for maybe get with your family, say, hey, we're gonna win this thing this year. Let's get some kind of creative. Let's do something. Be like on the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. You know, the guy. I don't know. But nonetheless, thank you for.
Clark W. Griswold.
There you go. But continuing the tradition.
Yep.
In honor of old lady Neola Walker.
That's right.
And she would come out of her own pocket to do prize, or how do you say it, gifts for the children. And one of the things that I really appreciate in that story is that the kids would go around and look at these houses, and it would give them some kind of, you know, joy and kind of entertainment, and also that ability to just kind of cruise around and see all the houses and everything. So I remember getting into the holiday lighting contest. We tried it a couple times and stuff, and it was a lot of fun. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
the weather is going to be not too bad. It's not going to be so cold, and we don't have the winter weather. Did you see Buffalo? Holy crap, man.
I know, right?
That was nuts.
6
6 feet? I was like, wow, that was a major snowstorm. It has been years, probably decades since we had something like that here, but
Yeah, they said they have to clean off their roofs
wow.
so they don't cave in.
I
So-
bet. That's what-
Jeez,
Yeah.
scary.
that is crazy. So, Old Lady Walker annual Christmas lighting contest.
That's right. And judging will take place on December 19th, and winners will be announced December 21st.
Perfect. All right. So, continuing on with the holiday tradition, let's go with your announcement here. What do we have?
Well, I'm just giving everybody an update. I know on Facebook I put down the Winter Gathering, which is not to be confused with the annual Christmas Bazaar.
Do you know if they're having their, you probably don't know, but are
I'm
they
not
doing the
sure.
Christmas Bazaar?
To my knowledge, I don't think they are, but I could be wrong. The tribal court hosts the
Christmas Bazaar.
Christmas Bazaar.
Yeah.
And
Oh, they are. Okay. All right.
And okay, I'm not going to speak on the bazaar. Then all I know is that this is not the Christmas Bazaar.
Yeah.
We call it the Winter Gathering.
Right.
And the reason why is because I think I mentioned it the last time I was on. Ooh, I can't remember when our first one was. It was 2000. I think it was 2007.
Okay.
Maybe 8. But they moved the Christmas Bazaar that was happening in the Blackhawk Center in the gym. They moved it to Winnebago, and so at that time, the housing director, who was concerned about people being able to be a part of something similar, she contacted HCCDC, and we just kind of came together and we just started the Winter Gathering. We've been going on that far. It's in the community, so this is the Winter Gathering, which is Friday, December 9th, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. However, if you are a vendor and you're interested in becoming one at the Winter Gathering, I almost called it Bazaar. Our vendors set up from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. And just to give you guys, like I said, tables are $30 for one table. An additional table, you only are allowed up to 2 tables, and it's an additional $10.
Yeah.
Money orders only, no personal checks, no cash. And tables are reserved first come, first serve. A part of the registration, you don't have to bring when you pay for your table, but at least by the day of the event is a door prize gift.
Oh, okay.
And so it doesn't have to be. I mean, I think a couple of vendors already turned theirs in, so they're in. But I just wanted to also, you can take your payments to the Winnebago Housing and Development Commission office on Elm Street, which is basically the housing authority, or you can bring it to myself at HCCDC. We're located in the Woodland Trails building on the 2nd floor. And I just wanted to let you guys know we have 15 vendors already confirmed.
Nice.
We normally take about 30-ish, depending on how many tables we have left. We are going to do basically everything we've done before. Bingo. I believe the last 2... I know the last time the last bingo game was a blackout, and that's for cash.
Cool.
So, and I think it depends on what we collect for that game. I was looking for anybody to volunteer to help us run bingo.
Hey, we know a bingo
runners.
caller.
I was waiting for it.
Who's
be happy
your
to help.
master of ceremony?
Well, we did ask Quince, but I mean, I would love to have just someone who wants to call bingo. And
Hey, we got a professional.
I know.
We have a professional.
I'm not feeling obligated at all right now, but I'd be happy to help.
awesome. I'll send you an email, Bethany. And
Okay.
you know what would be really cool? I mean, I don't know if you have the time to do it, but like to at least come live from the winter gathering, if on the radio.
Yeah,
If you
these ladies all went live for the, what was it?
The annual community meal, right? That's the
Sponsored by the Human Services Department.
Yes,
Shout
yep.
out to them. Everybody came together. Mackie,
lot of people down
Liz, yeah, everybody, Trina, all those guys. Nona
Yes.
came up here and mentioned it, and Muscoo and everybody had a good
Yes,
hand
and
in
Larry
it.
Pear sang a thank you song as well.
Good,
Oh,
good.
that's nice. I mean, like if you want to, I mean, just let me know how much room you need, and I can figure something out. Otherwise,
Okay.
I mean, if we can plan it for next year.
Probably
as
need
well.
a DJ too, so
there you
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Right.
Bingo.
This is kind of embarrassing, but what we have been doing is just getting like a player and then hooking the mic up, Whirling Thunder's mic up to that speaker or whatever. I mean, it works. but-
Yeah. Well, because people are trying to make deals and everything,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
a
we're-
little background music doesn't hurt anything as well,
Yes.
too. So, one of the things that I want to put a request in is, and I will probably buy them out, is tamales.
Oh yes.
If
Yes.
somebody's gonna make tamales,
Yes, the tamale lady is going
give
to be
us
there.
a heads up. Don't tell anybody
She's
else. It's
confirmed.
Is she?
Yes.
Okay, give us a little heads up here, because I'm gonna come with the cash money. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think it's a good event. We here at the Big Voice wanted to make mention small entrepreneurs, small businesses, entrepreneurs, local vendors. Let's support them.
Yes, yes.
For real.
And I found a lot of, decent Christmas gifts last year and years prior. Sometimes I go there, don't even expecting to spend money, but I'm like, that's a good deal. There's a lot of good food that day, and it's just really a good time to enjoy with people in the community. And a lot of our elders like to come and play bingo, and I help run the bingo games, and I just like talking to them. They're fun to talk to.
Awesome. Admission to get in?
There is no admission to get in unless you want to be a vendor for the winter gathering. Otherwise, it's free and open to the public. I'd recommend if people like those people who check the mail to come through the Whirling Thunder. I don't think they're gonna allow those doors open. I'm not sure. They may or may not.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, to the gym. But other than that, free and open to the public. What else is there? I think that's it. And if you just have questions, just call me at HCCDC 878-2192.
Awesome. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. And that's going to be happening on Friday, December 9th. Right around the corner, guys.
Yep, it's a tribal payday too.
Awesome. There you go.
Perfect planning.
Right on. Holiday parties are starting to kick in. Holiday shopping starting to kick in. Food, all that good stuff. So
Yep.
thanks again.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll let the W.I.N news get back on it.
I'm
And
gonna dip out as well.
okay. Thank you
Thank
for
you for
coming
having
in.
me.
Thank you.
So, hey, Hard Out.
Yes, so All Request Live, we do have our graphic out. The winner, as we mentioned from last week, was the Winnebago service song sang by New Breed. But we also have, in no particular order at all, we have Sure Thing by Miguel. We have Let's Stay Together by Al Green.
Is it possible to bring that up?
Yeah, give me
On-
one sec. I should have got it. We have some Joji, Die For You, and then we have Bad Habit by Steve Lacy coming back for the third time to try
Yeah.
to win that title.
Okay.
And then-
It won the title? Is that what you're saying?
No, it actually hasn't. It's just been submitted
Oh,
a few
okay.
times to be, I guess, the top song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it still hasn't won, but it's back up there. All right, Brian. Keep going. Who else do we have?
Oh, well, I named them all off here already, but
How do you vote?
you can vote so you can get on the graphic, so that's available on Facebook. You can comment in there on the top 5. We will post it on the story as well, so you can slide up on the story, vote in there. There's a text box that you can type into. Otherwise, you can, if you're not on Facebook but you're tuned in right now and you hear it, you want to vote for the top song of the week, you can text us. It's 402-922-3347, or you can email us kwtn@winnebagotribe.com.
ARL. I love it. It's good, but just take note, folks. You have one day to vote because usually you have Thursday to get your submission in. Tomorrow, because of the holiday on Thursday, we are going to premiere that one.
Yeah, one day early this week.
And then next week we'll go back to the regular time. Is that correct? All right. So all the ARL fans just kind of duly noted. And we have special guests. Mackie helped you out last time.
Yes.
And we have some surprise guests coming in?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Anything else besides yes?
No, but just tune in.
Oh, you said a no. You okay. All right, just make sure you tune in.
And we're not saying we're not talking about today. Yes. I was. We will be. We'll be giving it away when we give away Garan's prize at the end.
Okay, so tell them about this here.
So we have this. We don't talk about in here. We're practicing. We're being proactive, not reactive.
All right.
So
every time we say help us out, we go ahead and throw a quarter in there, or a quarter, a dime, penny, whatever and stuff. But eventually we're going to donate this, right?
Yes, at the end.
We're working on our proper English.
Yes.
That's what we're doing. Nonetheless, we want to introduce and also bring to the table here a gentleman that is the brainchild behind a new show that we have on KWTN, The Big Voice. It's called Midnight Love. Now, Brian, you go by the name of MCBKC. And tell us about Midnight Love. What is it? When is it?
We will be broadcasting the shows. I guess I need a penny there, don't I? Bring one in. But anyway, we'll be broadcasting the shows on Friday night with a replay on Sundays. The show, like you said, is called Midnight Love. It's classic and new school slow jams from all different genres. Very heavy R&B, but at the same time, it's a smooth, chill show that will definitely put you in that mood.
So far, we have done 2 episodes. Number 3 will be coming up this Friday, correct?
Right.
And he comes and brings the music. Now, I have to say this, folks, if you have an opportunity, make sure you tune in because the first 2 episodes, there's songs in here that were like, wow, I forgot about that song. You know what I mean?
Most definitely, yeah.
And as a DJ, the history of DJing, and that was the thing to do, is to bring to the party a song that everybody was like, man, I never heard this song before, but this is a really cool song. Also to bring up some of those feelings like, man, this is my jam because this is what we used to do back in the days with this song or whatever. You know what I mean? It used to be a warm-up song for basketball, or we used to play it in the locker room. Or at the time, you used to dedicate the songs to your loved one, or maybe the girl you were trying to get with, or the guy you were trying to get with, whatever it may be. That was kind of, you dedicate the song, call the radio guy up and say, hey, can you play this song on behalf of, I'm trying to, how do you call it? Affectionate feelings.
Show my affection.
Yeah, show my affection, basically.
Through
now,
music.
I want to say thank you over the airwaves here to Brian here, because when we started this show, I know that we're busy here. We got communications, the LED screen. We have streaming events coming up, all kind of stuff. And we were like, man, we need some more shows.
Yes.
Our listeners want more shows. Of course, we have the power music. But one of the things that we wanted to make mention is that music in general is the universal language. Not only that, but there are some health benefits. Did you know, and I didn't know this, but research has shown that listening to music can reduce anxiety, blood pressure, and pain, as well as improve sleep quality, mood, mental alertness, and memory. Mm-hmm. So, with that, we have the fast-paced week of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday, man, we get to relax with Midnight Love, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Music, like you said, my saying that I always love is music is love and love is all you need. And Midnight Love definitely takes you there. It's a slow jam program, but at the same time, like this week's, I'm really excited to put this week's playlist out. Yeah. Because it is the slow love groove. There's nothing wrong with a nice slow jam, especially if it's about somebody that you love or somebody that you're thinking about. The special song between you and your loved one, whoever that is. But at the same time, there's slow jams that they have some groove to it. And that's what this week is going to be about.
So every episode has a theme.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
And we're going to go all over the map. Very, very heavy R&B roots with it, but at the same time, there's a lot of good slow jam music through all the genres, and we're going to touch all of them.
And we get an opportunity to kind of join in and kind of recap some of those songs during his show as well. So join us, guaranteed Bethany and MCBKC on Friday nights, 10 to midnight. And there's a couple ways you can do that. One, you can check out our online streaming player.
Right.
And I was out of town and I tuned in and it was working. I called in, whatever. Also, you can dial in on your radio dial, 100.9 FM.
Yep.
So I know Brian is also serving as our vice chairman.
Yep.
And there's a lot of, I want to say like Bill Clinton. Did you know Bill Clinton used to play the saxophone?
Yes.
I did not know that.
You didn't know that? Yeah, that was kind of like a stress reliever and stuff. Also, Barack Obama loved to sing. You know what I mean? If you ever heard him sing, he used to sing a lot and stuff.
Yeah.
So you kind of, one of the things that you do is DJ, dig through the crates,
Yeah.
play some of those music. And Midnight Love, you used to do it just kind of on your Facebook. Now you have a show.
Right. Yeah. Started many, many years ago, as Facebook transitioned. Because in the early days, you couldn't link YouTube videos.
Oh.
And so as that came about, you got to put up the actual song and people would respond to that. So Midnight Love has lived on for many, many years.
I see also one of the things is you have a Facebook page.
Yes.
Can we bring that up?
Yep.
And tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, the Facebook page that I have for all of this media content that's going to be coming is That Fire, though. I kept that name because I used to do videos from the basketball team back in the state championship years.
Oh, yeah.
And using that name, I thought was just something to keep on moving forward with. Midnight Love will be a part of that. There'll be some other content that comes forward from that as well. So look for it on Facebook, That Fire, though, THO.
Awesome. A lot of research, a lot of good jams that are going to take place, and it's going to be a groove. It's going to be a vibe on Friday night. Anything else? Any shout outs or anything?
The thing we want to put out there is you can dedicate songs to that special person or that one that you're creeping on, because we feel it all. So
right.
throw that out there with That Fire, though. The other thing is to switch and put on the official hat, I guess, if you will. I want to throw a shout out and a thank you to Wildlife and Parks, the Physical Resources Department, and the Tribal Administration. We did a tour of the reservation corners this past week, and it was one of the most dynamic experiences I've had in years.
Nice. Awesome. We missed it. I know it got postponed. And then we just got busy, and I seen that we seen your Facebook.
Right.
And very, very cool. 6 corners of the reservation.
In Nebraska, yeah. We didn't cross the river this time, but we will. So
there you go.
It was amazing. I knew where one of them was. The big thing we were going after with those who could attend, especially the council members, was to try to broaden the perspective of actually how large and how diverse each of the corners are. In the photos that I shared on my personal Facebook, you could see that. Of course, you expect cornfields and that type of thing, but there's also wooded areas, and you go down to the river, and it's everything that you see down there. And it was just amazing because our reservation, our homeland, is truly dynamic, and I'm glad more people got to see it.
We're going to have to put him in the comment section here and put him in that drawing because he's thankful for that Wildlife and Parks, for that tour and everything. Man, we should
looking forward to that next one.
Definitely.
Yeah, I guess the thing that I wanted to end with, because Thanksgiving is coming up, and I know people want to say whatever about the holiday, but there's a quote that I always liked, and it says, "Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos to order, confusion to clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, a stranger into a friend." So as we approach this season of being thankful, I am definitely thankful for my family and their health, and also being aware that we have so much to be thankful and grateful for.
Right, definitely. Well, very well said. Thank you for coming on. We'll see you Friday night. Hopefully you guys are able to tune in, and thank you for coming on to Winnebago Talks. Give us some updates, and make sure you like that page, That Fire, though.
Yep.
Make sure you type that in and get that on, because there'll be some announcements and some other things happening as well.
Yep.
All right, cool. Very
Thank you,
nice.
guys.
Very nice.
See you later.
Give a little display visual one more time of that fire, though.
Right.
I love the songs with the deep voice. Barry White always comes to mind, and I want to practice that myself. I'm not a singer. But I got to get my DJ Midnight Love voice going. So I'll be practicing.
And no one goes deeper than Barry.
All right. Well, next up, we have the subject of honoring the Lost March, and I believe. Let's see here. If Isaac, I think he's.
I will. Yep. Give me one
Grab
second.
him. Yep. And we have Angel Decora, Sunshine Bear, be coming up, as well as Ben Crawford. They're talking about a couple things here, and this event honoring the children of. Ben Crawford, DJ. Oh, okay. All right. Annual Memorial March.
Honoring lost children.
Honoring the lost children. Yeah. That's right. All right. So go ahead and you guys
Have the headphones.
jump on the headphones here, and we'll give you guys opportunities to go ahead and introduce yourself. All right. Starting with you.
Oh, hi, Napi. Medakapi. Dawson Big Eagle here.
And
I'm Isaac Yellowbank. I work down here at the YCIC just up next door here, and I'm one of the prevention specialists over here. Never made it down here to advocate for my program, but I mean, this is a good opportunity.
oh, okay. All right. Now, I know that there's some history behind this, but there's an event that's going to be taking place tomorrow. And can you tell us a little bit about that?
Just kind of like Monopoly started earlier today. He might grace us with his presence here in a bit. He's supposed to be here with us.
Okay.
I know we was in a panel, but I told him he could be a little late because we're going to probably be last. Like he said, there's so many ways to look at this and view this, and then through our own perspective. So how I remember how we started, I was coming out of college. My first attempt at college. There was a lot of anger and frustration with the community, with the children. And growing up with my mom, seeing her work for DHS, she would be crying, come home crying, because she worked for DHS. She's seen that part of DHS, and she would be crying because, she had relatives calling her traitor. She had relatives, just demeaning her because she worked that side of the program. She was on that side.
I'm sorry to cut you off here, but I know that we have elders and we have some people that are not familiar with Winnebago. We're over the airwaves and everything.
Yeah.
So tell us who your family is.
My mother is Judy Yellowbank. She's part of the Eagle clan. My stepfather is John B. Eagle. He's Santee, Dawson's father, biological father. And we lived in Sioux City for all our lives, leaving the area, coming back. That's for me. I live in Vermilion, lived there for the last 13 years. I even got lost trying to get here. I thought, I'm new. I've been living in Sioux City for 13 years. But
Oh, I'm up. Oh, well, yeah. Geez, what, fourth child? Fourth child. Judy Yellowbank. Just like my Che Isaac said. I can elaborate a little bit on my mother. Because she advocated for dozens of families in Sioux City, Iowa. And helped reuniting them. She was a big part of ICWA. She just loved her community. She loved her people, and she was always like what he said. I remember her coming home crying a lot. It wasn't just for what people said; it was what she witnessed. As a social worker, she hated witnessing and being part of removing a child from their family and being fostered out to Maihate Washichu family. And those times, and a couple of times I went to work with her, because she would pick me up from one of my summer programs, and I'd be in the office with her, and I would see her break down in tears, and I was young at the time, but when she had this idea, for this march, it was her idea, and and how she went about it. What I remember, she talked with her allies, her co-workers, and she wanted to protest, and because she was an activist too, and go against DHS. She started working for Indian community, Indian programs, as an advocate, and even director of some of the boards. And so, when she started that, she worked real close with Frank Lemire at the time, who was also, he had a big voice, and and he has a very strong voice, for the people, the activist himself. And so together, they started this memorial march, and it wasn't just for children who were removed from foster care. It was also just to honor children in the past too, over the years. And I remember, just as a young boy, still growing up, learning how to sing. They always wanted the drum there, because without the drum, that plays a big part. What we do. Frank really, even before he passed, he really always wanted the drum there. Prayer songs and memorial songs, to honor these children. And I remember, I don't think much, a lot, maybe some has changed, but, there's still a lot that has to be done, because marching, Frank and them, we would go up to DHS, and they would go right in there and have a meetings, and just, it was very strong, the way he voiced his concerns, and he was even angry. And, even after he passed, some of the checklists that he wanted done, not much has been done, and I know there's more to be done for our children, especially with what's happening with ICWO right now, I don't live here anymore. I've been gone for about 6 years now. Moved with my family up to Wisconsin after our mother has passed. And I do my best to come down and make it down, just continue, honor my mother and honor my, Frank's wishes, singing at the drum, singing for the march, just remember what it's about and what it's for, not to let it go, remembering our children, especially where it.
Definitely. Thank you for sharing that. Isaac, when is this event and where is it going to take place at?
It starts tomorrow at 7:30, and we'll meet up at War Eagle.
Okay.
We start from War Eagle, and we make several stops, and those have the stops here. And then I remember back when we first started this, it hasn't always been a memorial march. At first, it was a fight.
Oh, it was a protest.
It was
kind
a
of
protest.
like awareness.
Yep.
Creating awareness in Sioux City.
Yep. After I think they're, like he was saying, the past. Before the young girl that passed in the foster family. I think that was the last straw. And then like I was saying before, I coming back from college. I was talking to Mom and talking to Frank, and Frank's like pulled me aside. You want to be security? I'm a young kid. Want to be proactive? I got a bunch of buddies, and we ended up being. It was a good one. It was really aggressive at first.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm saying, it was a protest. We was out there, cold, just right before Thanksgiving. Kind of like our give back. Now it's like our give back. What do we give back during our times of thanks? For the families that have families, that haven't lost anybody. That we're lucky to get their kids back. So remembering back in the past and how it used to be and what it is now, which is super awesome that it's turned into a conference. One day thing where we get together, we march for the kids, our children, and then we eat. But now it's a whole week and a half thing. So we started last Thursday, went over the weekend, and continue into tomorrow as the finale, where the march starts at 7:30, sunrise at 7:30, War Eagle Monument, first prayer up at Jackson Center, second prayer at Urban Native Center, third prayer at Woodbury County Courthouse, and then the fourth and traditional memorial dinner will be at 12 o'clock at Sioux City Convention Center. That's 801 4th Street. And then, kind of moving forward, lastly for me anyways, I kind of wanted to read these kind of excerpt from this. They did a really great job of keeping a legacy alive.
Before we go into that, Bethany, you were talking about you wanted to join this year?
Yeah, so I the link was being shared for that Briarcliff to sign up. So I did register. We have the talk show that we usually do on Thursdays, but we're doing it tomorrow. And it starts at 11, but I am going to come and I'm going to be there until then. I got to head down here, but as long as I can stay.
Is there any questions you want to ask them?
Yeah, with that, with the stops, I know, if you wanted to participate, but say, you can't be there for the full duration, is that okay to kind of stay as long as you're able to?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. That was kind of, I guess, like my only question, just because like I wanted to be there, but then at the same time, want to make sure that we get our programming and stuff out for the radio. But it'll be a first time, and I've been kind of like trying to follow the ICWA stuff, and I've made mention to Garan a few times, and so I'm really glad that you guys came on to kind of provide some of that and the history with the event as well.
Yeah, and I appreciate
you.
and I appreciate you guys reaching out to us. I really appreciate that. Also, to your question, there is they do have vehicles that follow.
Okay.
So like if families want to come and then you have an elder, you have a child that is not able to make the whole way, but you want to make it to the end, there are vehicles at the end where you're able just to jump in and jump out at. Last to my knowledge, that's what goes on there. So if you want to go, I can only make half, but I want to make it to the end, just jump in the van.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. All right, so you were going to make mention of some excerpts from the program?
Yeah, one of the big things I want to commend the board here that runs this, and if I'm able to, I wanted to give them a shout out too. So there's a reflection, a reflection by Frank Lemire, kind of how this started. And the Memorial March in honor of lost children has grown from an act of frustration and a show of unity into a spiritual celebration and true remembrance of children and families who have been impacted by the child welfare system. The march is nothing less than an acknowledgement of those families who have been pulled apart in a community that has come together with the resolve to change things. That's basically how that came about, from a reflection from Monape's father. Well, here he is. I'll let him introduce himself.
Yeah, good. Welcome to the show here, and go ahead and give us your introduction.
Thank you. My name is Monape Lemire, Monape Hochinchiga, and sorry I'm late.
Oh, you're fine. We're sorry. We kind of got to these guys early. We told them, well, you guys will probably be on last and stuff. But nonetheless, here, the march is going to take place tomorrow.
Yeah.
It starts at War Eagle. That's over there, kind of the west side of Sioux City.
Yeah.
And we were just kind of getting to some of the history behind that. Can you kind of tell us what it meant to you and your father, and kind of some of the background information on that?
Yeah. Originally, this started as a protest, and people were frustrated and angry because relatives of ours, Santee relatives, Winnebago relatives, Omaha relatives, it didn't matter what nation they come from, kids were dying in foster care due to neglect or violence, and then add on top of that, our children are being picked up, and in some situations, some of those, it's justified. Those kids get picked up for whatever's going on in the household, but then they'd be shipped off, never be seen again. So our community would be dealing with mourning, not just from the mother or father, or from the grandmother or grandfather, but the child would also mourn the loss of their old family, and we could see kids running away back to their families from foster care, and they just lock those kids up. So very young, we start institutionalizing these children, so just layers of trauma, and there seemed to be no real remedy for that. And then you had the death of a couple children that really caused the matriarchs in the community to say, what the hell? Who do we talk to? What we want to know what happened. And nobody seemed to know what happened. Nobody seemed to, we just had to accept it, and they refused to accept it. And from those meetings, surrounding those deaths, some action was implemented. Started off as a protest. They started off in South Sioux City, and then they would go across the bridge over to the pavilion, and then eventually down to the courthouses and the building that's DHS now. But the anger and the frustration that come from that, somebody wanted to listen and hear us out at some point.
Yeah.
So we ended up gaining some allies. It was a slow process, but eventually the starting point moved to War Eagle, with the thought that War Eagle and that first white man they had a thought, and they had a they probably had a prayer together about what's supposed to be transpiring between our nations and their nations. So we call upon that, and we start those prayers up there, and it's shifted to a memorial, not to placate the powers that be, to be good little Indians and be quiet. It was because our own people were re-traumatized because our fists are in the air. We're talking about some hard things, and we're using an energy that there's not much healing in it for ourselves. So we shift that to a wokiksuye, a remembrance. And hopefully that could help heal some of that anger and frustration, only because allies started listening.
Right. Definitely.
So that's my view on how it really started. So we're 20 years down the road, and kids that were 2 or 5, they're 22, 25. Kids that were 10, 16, that were a little older, they're in their 30s now. So so now some of them might even have degrees. Some of them might be incarcerated. Some might be struggling with addiction. And we march to remember the ones that have died, not just Indian kids, but all people of color. That we're all included in those numbers, those disproportionate numbers in Iowa. And I want everybody to know in Winnebago that Nebraska and Iowa ICWA has led the charge. There's places all over the place that are adopting this customary adoption. So I would imagine that Winnebago and the Indian nations right here in Nebraska work with Iowa, work with Nebraska to lead that charge too, and it's constantly evolving too. So there's plenty of work to do. There's plenty of unity to go around that we would need and call upon, not just in Winnebago or Santee or Macy, but especially in Sioux City when our relatives move up there.
Yeah.
And I used to work right across the street here. I helped develop that YCIC over here. And we thought about how do we help catch children up there, that families move up there, kids act up there, and then they come back here, right? And we have to. So I see a longer game with that too, in how to incorporate our tribal courts with what we're doing up there. That way, nobody falls through the cracks. That's our hope. That way, our hope is to try to eliminate as many excuses as possible from our community, and some of that is even access to ceremonies, or getting access to those things, or access to. That's why we showed that Women of the White Buffalo Saturday, because or Sunday, because it spells out the dynamics that women are facing, but it's a good educational piece for our Indian men to see. All those women are sober, and you get to see how hard and frustrating it is for them to walk that red road, even in their sobriety, even in their spirituality. So then you leverage that with what must it be like for young adults and children to try to have access to that red road. And then are our foster parents aware? There's a rule in ICWA that foster parents have to provide cultural awareness to their children, but there's no regulation. So all a foster parent has to do is Google how to make fry bread, and we could check that off. We could check that box, right? Or to come to a powwow and they just sit there. It's cool to see it, but how are they receiving any discussion or any talk? Maybe they're interacting with people around them, but can we do better? I think we can. And so that movie, I'd like to see something like that Sober Indian, Dangerous Indian movie that Dad was in.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then Women of the White Buffalo. We want to try to make Sioux City a hub of cultural activity for foster parents and ICWA workers and whoever needs those educations. And then also the children that need to reconnect. The lost birds we're calling back home. So at the end of the March last year, we implemented a little ceremony. My companion, Sunrose Ironshell, you've had her on here a few times. She grew up in Denver, and there in Denver, they had a ceremony called Welcoming Back the Lost Birds, or Calling Home the Lost Birds. And in the ICWA environment, they refer to Indian children that we've lost out into the system as lost birds. So at the end of our march, we open a space up. How do we receive relatives that feel disconnected? They might be connected on the res, but what if they move to the city? Who are they accountable to? What circle are they a part of? So we open up that space to welcome them, and where our native circle starts taking accountability of relatives coming to the city. So a lot of layers over the years.
Right,
these layers. Right. So it's not just ICWA and DHS and everybody changing. It's us changing too and trying to get ahead of it.
As one of the things is very important is Judy, Dr. Frank Lemire, your father, and my Dega, and I know that to continue this on, there's that. But the major element to this march is, a lot of times those children that are misplaced, that go into the foster care, and we had a gentleman on, Ben Crawford, this is Ben Crawford behind you guys, and he's the Angel Decor Museum creator. But W.I.N, he came on and made mention that. And so there's a yearning for those people that grew up in foster care to come back home and learn that. And also currently what we got going on to the Supreme Court with ICWA, it's endangered, and it's at a threat right now. Yep. So we have to keep awareness. So appreciate you guys for continuing on the legacy, on us past, and kind of in your mother and your father's footsteps, and especially for the children. They say that the children are the most precious resources that a tribe has, and let's bring them home. Let's get education out there to, especially up north to Sioux City. Because we worked hand in hand. We go through that city through mostly every day.
Yeah.
So for sure, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Definitely. Anything else that you guys want to make mention that Dawson, I know it's good to see you back. I know you helped out with the hand drum. You're passing the knowledge on to, especially about the big drum and everything. I know that you probably offer some of those guys that want to learn how to sing on the hand drum. Where can they find you, or where can they get a hold of you for anything like that? Do you have any other workshops coming up?
One up in Green Bay, but it's not set in stone yet, but it's in the works. Communicating with some of the directors up there from W.I.N Gathering or to Ho-Chunk Nation.
Okay.
So
awesome.
That's in the works right now.
You make drumsticks and you know all this and that and stuff. So it takes a lot of time. You know what I mean? I really appreciate those that we here want to support small businesses and entrepreneurs, and there's a way. A lot of people expect it. Wow, it's traditional. It should be free and stuff. But you got to pay for your time away from your family. You got to pay for a lot of that stuff. The materials are starting to go up in price, inflation and everything. So thank you for continuing that knowledge and passing on that knowledge to a lot of the younger folks around here. We went over to the hand drum workshop, and there was some young gentlemen sitting there, and that's good to see. So they'll always remember that. Isaac, do you have anything coming up, or any shout outs or anything?
With the program that I work for, I do. But before we went on, let's touch base on what he was talking about earlier. I do have a buddy works over in CFS here, and I was talking to him last night because I told him I'd be on here today, and I was asking about the relationship between Nebraska and Iowa, and he said from this march and from the results of this, he sees a lot of change, and he sees a lot of effort between the two states. Not everything's going to happen the way we want it. Not everything's going to happen the speed we want it, but there is improvements in areas. That's not saying the checklist that we have, anything hasn't been checked off when we were talking about that earlier. We may not be hitting those points, but I mean, hopefully we'll continue, like you're saying, don't be complacent.
Keep them alive, man.
Yeah.
Keep them alive. Let's check,
be vigilant, what I mean? We got to stay vigilant. And then that comes from, we're in a tri-state area where we have Nebraska, we have South Dakota, we have Iowa, we have all these tribes, and then everybody within touch. We hope we can keep that going, and we can start checking those off. And I know that's vital. I mean, I was talking about legacy earlier, and this is a legacy of Yellowbank, Lemire, to keep going. And I stress that to my kids. I stress that to anybody that's has something going in their lives. Push that,
Yeah.
keep that going. But outside that, I'm super excited about tomorrow. I'm super excited to see how many people are going to show up. We've been there years where there was 50 people. We've been there years where there's, when we first started, there was almost 1,000 people.
Yeah.
We saw at the lowest, we saw at the highest, but we're always there. So I also want to commend the people at the board that put this on, who he works with. Well, I took about 3 years out, and I didn't come to here. I was going to school, wasn't able to make it. And then the next day I come, it's a conference. And I said, how awesome is this?
Yeah.
Not only are we helping the parents be better parents, or giving the opportunity to be better parents, it's all there, So I could do a lot of thank you for the board that puts this on every year, the people that are in the trenches. I told my mom in spirit when during her wake that I would try to do my best to carry this on. I don't know if anybody remembers that. I tried my best. But this is a hard field to be in with youth. I worked at the YCIC working with these kids the last 2.5 years, and just seeing how some of the families off the res and on the veg. But it's tough. It's tough work, and I commend anybody and everybody that's in this field. I'm jumping to a lifeboat. I'm on my way out. No, just kidding. But no, my program, the Youth Resilience Intervention Program, we were tasked and have a goal for creating and implementing a comprehensive diversion program, curriculum. So with the help of Daryl, open-minded, he went ahead and let me, go outside the box and kind of use, I believe in using our culture, using our way of life. As a Native American, I mean, you can be Lakota, Dakota, you could be Winnebago, you could be Ho-Chunk, you could be Omaha, Santee, whatever it is, the root of healing is who we are as a Native individual, and giving back to that. So I believe in that way of life, of getting back to who we are. So we have these children that are at-risk youth. We can target their coping mechanisms, their triggers, their everyday at-risk attribute, whatever. Just get back to who we are as young Native individuals. And then if we're able to give them that identity, then hopefully we make them a better community member. So that's basically what my curriculum helps and improves the youth. It does chip away. I do get youth that are in there, you're chipping, and I have proof. I mean, young little hard lady in there, 10 sessions, tink, 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 one day, opens up, talk to me. This is the best session we had.
Nice.
And she opened up, talked about parents who's in prison, who's on alcohol, opened up about it all. So our way of life, this way of life is super important. So if we can implement that.
One of the things I wanted to share to our listeners, as well as Bethany here, Isaac went to University of South Dakota in Vermilion, and they used to host some of those cultural events, like a hand drum event, a round dance they call them, and then also you guys have your annual powwow.
Yeah.
And he approached me one year. I think I helped him be master of ceremonies. One year he gave me the opportunity to be the arena director, and it's a huge powwow. It's in the Dakota Dome. I think it has since moved and stuff, but a lot of people from the area come around, and you were part of the organization that would host that. What was it called? Years. The USD or
TOSBA,
yeah. So
student organization, yep.
And then he comes back and helps the youth in Winnebago. You know what I mean? So you went to get your education, and then you come back and you're implementing what you learned in your education and also those cultural values and stuff. So I just want to say thank you, Isaac, for that opportunity that you gave me. Also, I want to say thank you for all the opportunities and all the things that you're doing with our youth. You know what I mean? So that's for sure. Continue it on, and to make that commitment to your mother, to continue it on. I'm sure she's up there smiling down upon you. So Isaac, appreciate it. Manape, I'm glad you're on here. You know, one of the things that when we capture somebody like Manape, and you made mention of this as well, as we've been talking to Trisha, our listeners are looking for new shows, new content, things like that. And I know that in your realm, we would like to develop a show, just something that maybe talk about issues, so that we can address those issues and make awareness. That's the main thing that's going to happen tomorrow, is the awareness of that. And you have some events coming up, you have some things going on in your life. Tell us about that.
Well, like earlier today, we were up at Briar Cliff with educational pieces.
Yes.
And the educational pieces for the people that make decisions over these kids, you know. And one of the topics we brought up was the ICWA case that's in front of the Supreme Court.
Right.
And I just had to people show hands who knows. Yeah. And then who's listened to the actual live hearings, and then who was there. There was one woman that actually went there in the room. Yeah. And that was Misty Flowers with NICWA. Okay. And
Santee, right?
Yeah. And I kind of put her on the spot, had her come up and give us an update on her perspective, her lens, you know. Yeah. So really, it's just calling on people to share their perspective, their lens, and then what do we do with that information, right? Right. Somewhere during this morning, Terry Medina, he worked at the tribal courts for 30 years or something, you know. But and then me and him started reminiscing about some of the elders that would meet every day. We brought up the YCIC, and before the YCIC, it was Traditional Wellness Court, and we discussed this morning how that evolved. Yeah. We used to give elders stipends. Half of those elders aren't alive anymore. They aren't here. You know, and I got to be blessed to witness how they interact with those kids as judges, and how special that really was. And then we got to talking about the panel that was coming together, not the panel, but the committee that was kind of coming together to formulate the tribal code for this to operate and work. And then towards the end of that development, we had to change it because we learned new things from in real time. We were learning things, and we had to go back and shift things. But just reminiscing about certain people that are gone since this COVID. It's almost like 2 years are kind of snatched from everybody. You know, it's wild. Right. You know, but to think about those elders that were part of that, and being part of the Nebraska Juvenile Justice Committee, and then that whole experience, and then my experiences up north with Standing Rock and afterwards. How do we come back home and bring those blessings, you know? Yeah. And that's how I look at my brother Isaac too. Maybe not you, but no, I'm teasing. No. We're all working and experiencing things in our lives, and we're sharing those blessings with the people, what we learn and understand. And this morning, that's what I kind of called upon Misty, and she got up and shared her experiences with what she witnessed at the Supreme Court. And that's what I love going out. It kind of reminds me of like council goes out and they go to conferences and then comes back, and we actually get to set those things in motion or put those on the table, share blessings with people, and that's a fundamental piece of being a Wakshik is sharing.
Yes, definitely. That knowledge that's passed down from my ancestors and our elders. You know, it's not us. We can't monetize it. We can't hold it. It's for us to share, to continue on those traditions and stuff. And there's a lot of people, a lot of entities, even like the government, that have been trying to hinder all that knowledge.
That's right.
And so we have to fight through that and stuff. So
hey, we listen to that those ICWA arguments, and it's a laundry list of protections that I never knew existed. And I'd have to pause it and Google it, and I was like, wow, did you know that this? You know, and I'd read another case and then another case, and I'm not trying to be no lawyer or anything, but it'll help me translate that back to the people so we have an understanding, or try to have an understanding, because with these treaties, treaties are interpreted in the Indians' favor. So whatever the Indian says it is, that's what it is. And so how do we interact with anything that's law, that's case law, or on Capitol Hill or in Supreme Court? I want to encourage that Indian thought, that Indian thinking. Yeah. We're 21st century Indians. I went to a ceremony one time, and the spirit that came in there said, look at you. You think you're Indian. Look at me. I'm an Indian, right? And it really made me feel real small, you know. And and it really made me think back. What is that?
Yeah.
What is that? And how do I navigate this world today with that spirit, without hurting, doing harm to myself and other people too, you know.
Well, thank you, gentlemen, for coming on. That's our time that we have here for today, and really appreciate you coming all the way down here. Isaac, you guys have a good march tomorrow. Bethany will be there with you guys, and then she'll come down here and do the ARL and stuff. So I'm excited for that. And you know, anytime you guys have an event or anything like this, make sure you guys stop in, let us know about it, so we can let our listeners know about it. So we want to say thank you again.
Yes, thank you.
Shout out Trisha Eppinger.
Yes.
Shout out Trish.
Shout out to your mom. She made this shirt for me.
I was looking at that. It's awesome. All right.
I think she took it out of your closet.
Still got his hair on it.
I wonder where that went. It's good to see you guys.
Yeah.
Awesome. So tomorrow's weather looks like it's going to be a lot of not too bad.
Yeah, I'm busting out my mom's jacket if I have to.
There you go. There you go.
Sunshine.
Alrighty, so we have some. Go ahead and bring that graphic up one more time.
I did get it up there, so just to get it up and show you all, this is what Isaac, Monape, and Dawson came on to kind of discuss. They gave us the background for this. So this is the 20th annual Memorial March to honor lost children, and this is happening tomorrow at 7:30. So we'll go ahead and share more. I'll get the original post and I'll get it shared on the Big Voice.
Okay.
And I hope to see some of you, some familiar faces over there tomorrow as well.
Alrighty, awesome. So we have a couple entities that are coming on. Jordan, it's good to see you again. I think this is our reunion spot here. And, I know Jordan has went to Project Launch, but you used to work for Angel Decor Museum, and congratulations on the position. And you hit the ground running.
Yeah.
But you're still working with Angel Decor kind of in a similar fashion and stuff. So, I mean.
Yep, we still working together. That's perfect the way you said that. Hit the ground running.
Yeah, for sure. So you have an event coming up?
Yes, so there is an event on the 30th coming up. It's the Light Parade.
That's right. Do we have the flyer for that?
I do.
Okay, go ahead and tell us.
Want to pull it up. Okay, so it's going to be at dusk. All programs are welcome to. We have already had a few sign-ups sign up to have a float. So you can do a walking float, you can do a float. Even youth, if they want to get involved, there's going to be 4 categories. So the best walking float, best youth participant, best group, and best theme. So definitely get your floats ready. I know we're getting our float ready right now. That's where Bobby is. If you want to sign up, Bobby Wolf will be the contact for that, and her email's on that flyer. And
Almost there for you.
We'll start at Winnebago Public School, and then we're going to end at the big screen, and we'll have hot cocoa, and we'll be showing the movie The Grinch. So I'm hoping and praying for good weather.
My theme movie? Because I'm the Grinch? No. That's my theme movie.
The life story.
I've never
My life story. My biography movie. No.
I've never been to a light parade, so this is going to be, this happened last year, and I wasn't able to attend. And we got that winter front, so they had to cancel it and reschedule it to a different date.
Yep.
So this will be the first year I got to get to attend, and I'm really excited. I've seen a couple flyers and other places like posting their pictures of their light parade, so I'm pretty excited for the Winnebago community.
What's the prizes for? I see there's float prizes there.
Yeah, so that will be for those themes. So for the best group, best walking float, best theme, and best youth. So.
But it's a surprise what the prizes are.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So best group. What are we looking for in a best group? Like, give me some examples of best group. Like if I want to go as the group 112 or Drew Hill or something like that.
Okay, so I know because that's what I was kind of wondering too. Okay, so when I was looking at pictures and stuff, because I was asking these questions too, because I've never been to a light parade. So, so what they were saying is like, so the theme, so like best theme, the Grinch is the theme, so a Grinchy Christmas. So I would think like your best theme would probably be with that, or if you're gonna go with your own theme, like Home Alone or something, or like some kind of Christmas movie theme. There's some ideas there. I seen a couple floats that literally had lights that looked like the Grinch on the front of their truck, and I was like, that was pretty cool, like really creative. And then probably for like best walking float, we had some ideas of like, so it's gonna be at dusk, so you want to have lights, like you want to be lit up. So like even, I don't know if you can get some ideas there, but and like for like a best group, that would be like probably like your program. So like if Angel Decor Museum wanted to be in, they signed up, you would decorate your float and we would judge off the best group. So the best group that signed up.
Can you help us? Because you have a vehicle, we don't.
Yeah, we can help. We can collaborate.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what are the judges looking for?
Probably just like creativity, lights, like, so yeah, you definitely want to go to Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart, and buy all their lights out.
Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
What if
so
we all get Grinch costumes?
I got a question though. Okay, so if I buy those lights, how do I get them powered in my car?
Okay, that was my question too.
Do you know, Ben?
I heard, and I think you told me too, you can get those, those old style cell phone plugins you got in the car, the cell phone chargers.
Like the ports?
Like the ports, yeah. So now they got the
Like
USB, but the old style ones.
Those old cigarette lighter things? Is that what
I've
you're
seen,
saying?
no,
like
that's
the little
true. I've seen
charger
it.
ports?
Yeah, to have like a.
So they
it has
make
an outlet, right?
Yeah, they make like little attachments that you can put in, and instead of charging your phone, it's like a little plug-in port, like a normal wall port.
Oh, okay.
So you could we gotta find one, but you can put it in the truck, and then wire your lights out through that, and plug in an extension card.
Okay, I'm gonna have to YouTube maybe.
Yeah, YouTube some ideas, and then I know like some newer trucks actually have like plugins.
Yeah,
into
like
their
an
truck. Outlets. Yeah, so there's another route too. So
November 30th.
November 30th, and I know like parades usually everyone's handing out candy, and I know that's an option, but I was trying to think of some creative ideas, like handing out hot cocoa packets or handing out candy canes or light sticks or however you want to do it. But anything's encouraged and welcome, and we're pretty excited. So I hope to see everyone there. And there's also 2 more events too. Next, the following week. Let me get my calendar here. So the that same week, the 28th, there's gonna be family photos in your regalia at Educare.
Oh, okay.
Jordana Bass will be taking pictures from 9 to 11.
Yeah, that turned out good the last couple days last week.
Yeah, it really did.
I'm waiting to see the unveiling of all the pictures.
Me too. Yeah, it was really nice. Both soups went, by the end, it was all gone, so I thought that was really good.
Good.
And then the 29th, it will be the same thing. It'll be open to families for regalia photos, but it'll be open to the community. But
is that at Educare as well?
That's going to be at the Blackhawk Center.
Oh, okay. So whole families, they want down there. Okay.
So the Educare, but on the 28th, it will just be for families at Educare.
Okay.
And then I think that's it for next week.
That's it for this chaos of Native American Heritage Month.
Yeah, that was nuts, wasn't it?
Jordan has been super busy. Everybody has been super busy.
It's been...
I'm telling you what, man, up here too, we were just like, where'd the month go? What the heck?
Yeah, it was gone within... I know. It was a really good month. I really enjoyed working with all the programs, and I learned a lot. I had fun at Ho-Chunk Bingo. Working at Educare, Ho-Chunk Renaissance would come in and do classes, and so I kind of remembered some of the colors and animals and clans, so that was cool. So I didn't know everything, but I was I could remember a few things, so I thought that was really fun. I had a fun time there.
Cool. Good job. So thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Angel Decora Museum, you guys have some information. Is there any other questions? Bethany, do you have any questions for Jordan here?
Well, I just, because I'm glad that you were able to join us, because I did reach out to Bobby and Brooke, and so thank you.
Yeah.
Because I know that I was mentioning to Garan that the lighting, I got to help out last year a little bit. It was the way that they went about with the planning, they just wanted to have, something in there. So with it being the second annual this year, it just kind of happened sporadically, but it happened and played out in a real good way, and I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. Thank you.
And hopefully it's not too freezing.
Yes.
For the parade.
I know. So someone make sure we get hot cocoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the new rule in Winnebago. we're just making up rules here. Sunshine just hates that, but I mean,
No.
this is my new rule.
You can't
Okay,
just make up rules
here
whenever
is
you
my
feel
new
like
rule.
it.
Bethany, write this down because this is law. All right, so we're gonna take it down to the tribal court after this and get it
Codify
stamped.
it and everything.
Yeah.
Codify it and yeah.
Here's the rule: when we ask, like Brooke or Sunshine to come on, and they say no, that they owe us a T-bomb or something like that, right? What do you think? What do you think? So tell Brooke to go back and say, Bethany wanted you on. So if Brooke, if you're out there listening,
Yeah.
or Bobby,
Or
if you're
Bobby.
Bobby, whoever and stuff, if you can't make it, I'm gonna send Ben, or Ben's gonna say I'm gonna send Sunshine. And when we ask for Ben, you know what I mean? You're gonna have to owe us here at the Big Voice
A T-bomb.
Yeah, or some soup.
Or soup.
I
Okay,
actually,
so-
you know what? I brought you guys apple pie today. It's in the office back there.
See, she already knew the law was coming. See, that's what I'm talking about. All right.
Scene.
So let Brooke and Bobby know next time
Okay.
you guys have an event. We enjoy you, Jordan.
Okay, good.
So keep coming back. Keep coming back. But bring them. I mean, if you have to drag them in here, we'll help you drag them. But
Okay. I will do that. I will let them know the law.
yeah, because Project Lounge got so many things happening. It's a good
Yes.
program. We want to learn more about the program, and we want to definitely support you at your events and stuff. So
Okay, cool.
all right.
And then I think Jordan forgot to mention, or did you mention it last week, that they have been working on ribbon shirts for the boys basketball team and ribbon
Yes.
skirts
Yep.
for the
That's
girls
right.
basketball team to wear during game days, which is a huge collaboration between everybody, or
Yeah.
you know, all the departments helping.
Yep.
But Maria, Jordan, Brooke, Patrice, I know I'm missing people, Gigi. Just a shout out to them for helping our youth and help them being proud of who they are and where they come
Yeah.
from.
So
Yes.
Jamboree's coming up on what, Saturday?
Saturday.
And
Yep.
we are streaming, right?
Yep, we
All
are.
right. We
So
have to
the
get
girls.
the commentators together, and we look forward to seeing those debuts. And
Well,
yeah, that's
yep.
awesome.
Yeah, our goal is to get done by then, so hopefully that happens. I'm glad you brought that up. I really want to shout out the school, Dan Farringer.
Yes, Dan.
Dan Farringer, HCI charitable donation committee. They really helped out with a lot of the materials, and Dan Farringer helped out with a lot of the materials for our boys and our girls. And Markel and Trayvon, they were on board, and I was really impressed on Sunday. We had so many girls come from the basketball team, and we had a lot of boys come, and I was really excited to see them there. So I got some pictures, and hopefully we can get a post up and out. But yeah, I really want to thank all the programs that were involved, and like I said, Dan and HCI and Hey Girls, Beads and Creations. That's where we got our materials from. So yeah. Thanks for bringing that up.
For sure. That's what I'm talking about. All right, stay with us.
Okay.
All right. What do we got? Angel Decor Museum in the house. You got a debut announcement that you would like to
Yeah,
make.
so we got an announcement, and it's a shout out to Ben. He's done a lot of work, and Jordan, for the. We were trying to get our springs, which we won't disclose here, but trying to get them in the National Register of Historic Places, and Ben fulfilled that with. Was it last week or the week before?
Last week, yeah, we got the good news last week. So what that is, the National Register of Historic Places is a nationwide list of important cultural and historic sites around the country. So now they're on that list. So, things like, some old building could be on that list.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of Native heritage sites. And thankfully, because the springs in Winnebago are very sensitive sacred sites, you're able to get them on that list, but not show the location and whatnot. So, and we're not going to be talking about it over the radio, but ask your relatives if you're interested in getting to the springs or learning more about them, because a lot of people in the community know about them. But yeah, this was almost a year-long process. You have to show and research and really describe to the National Park Service why these areas are really important. So we got to talk to a lot of people in the community. Jordan really helped out with getting connections for who to talk to, who to interview, Sunshine as well. There's a lot of shared history both with the Omahas and the Ho-Chunks using the springs in the area that the tribe is living on now. Springs, of course, what we're talking about is not the season of spring, but natural water springs. I don't completely understand the geology of it, but basically the rocks kind of push up the water to the surface.
Oh, okay.
And on top of that, too, there's some built-up artisanal wells that you see, which are like people have put in pipes in order to bring that spring water to the surface. But there's a long, we're talking hundreds if not thousands of years of history with both the Ho-Chunks and the Omahas using the springs, both completely practically because, back then in an earth lodge, in a Chiporoke, there's not a sink in a bathroom in there. You really have to go out and get to rivers, streams, and springs in order to get water for practical purposes.
Cool.
One of the cool things I learned was that that a lot of the times, because back then people had so many chores, getting spring water was one opportunities for young men and women to actually talk to each other kind of unsupervised too. And of course there was a lot of spiritual and sacred use of the springs, both then and today, by a diverse religious population in the community. So they're really, really important. And now they're on this list. It's another layer of protection from like 100 years from now, if someone was trying to build a road or some sort of pipeline or future technology, they're aware of that. It helps to kind of protect them from construction and whatnot. But so big thank you to everybody who helped out with that.
That's awesome. That is awesome. So we got those on. Huge announcement. Thank you, and Decora. High fives all around. Everybody give high fives. Good job, this guy right here. Good job, Sunshine. Good job. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. Seriously, we're thankful. One of the things that we're thankful for is that happening, because that, like you said, the protection. We have the CO2 pipeline that's going to be up for discussion. You know what I mean? We don't know what that is. We, as the Winnebago tribe, our stance is that we want to get that environmental impact study to see what it's going to do. Basically, the council hasn't made a decision yet, but we need to see that. And I seen that on Saturday they denied it. The Iowa Utilities Board, they denied the Winnebago tribe's request. But we sent it out to the Army Corps. We sent it to them, the Woodbury County Commissioners, and other things. So if there's any developments or anything like that to endanger our water supply, could you imagine the ramifications of that? But we have the protection now. So good job.
Yeah, and the National Register is really a bigger picture, thought to have this stuff, for our future, our children's children, and when we are not here, and that's part of what we do, along with the history, of our tribe, but also for protection for our future.
Your children are very. I know last night on the mid-monthly tribal council meeting, they made a motion to put out the sample ballot for enrollment. What they're going to try to do is they're going to have a secretarial election, which means that everybody's going to get that's enrolled will vote on this, and they're talking about making everybody 4/4. But people, there's some questions on that. You know what I mean? So it's start of something. We're going down that path, and they approved to have that sample ballot released. We at the communications office will do our best to try to get the education out. I know the legal counsel made mention if there might be a form or any questions that tribal members have, but we're talking about our children and our future generations, so we got to figure that one out, and we have to do it all together. So good job, Angel Decor Museum. And how did the virtual walk go?
The virtual walk went good. We got a lot of shirts out there, and we was Brooke and Jordan's department helped out getting a lot of youth sizes, so we're going to reach out to the classrooms now and see if they'd be willing to, because our immersion classroom already completed their walk, so they all got shirts, and we're just glad to be able to do this the second year. She
didn't let me register. Sunshine hates me. I did my 5K. No, I gotta be honest. I didn't do my 5K.
No, you didn't do your 5K.
My only question for it is I still have time to get mine in, right? Because I Sunshine shared like a reminder that you need to register.
You can do a mile, a 5K, or a 10K.
So tomorrow.
Yeah, I registered
So I
though,
did a
last
10K.
minute.
Just
but-
kidding. No, I didn't.
I went in, got some gas last night at Heritage Express by Rosalie, and the gentleman that was working behind the counter had one of your shirts on.
Hey.
Oh, nice.
I was like, right
Nice.
on, man. I was like, so it was a topic of discussion, you know. I was like,
Nice.
how'd you do it? And he's like, yeah, man, I went up there and got it. And so I was like, right on, cool.
Oh, good.
So good job to everybody that is good way to be healthy, good way to honor your ancestors. Also, a good way to stop in and see what you guys are doing up there at the Angel Decor Museum.
Yeah. If you guys completed, come on up and grab them today. I think tomorrow we're going to be closed.
We're going to be
for the
closed
March.
until Monday because we
Yep.
always participate in the march. After 4 today, we'll be done until Monday.
And
then you guys can
7:30,
come up.
War Eagle Park, right?
Yep, 7:30 War Eagle Park. We'll be up there for the walk.
You're gonna go?
Yep.
Awesome. Well, yeah, thank you for doing that, both of you guys. That everybody's gonna be a part of that march. Thank you guys for.
Why are you not going?
Because I have to hold down the fort. No.
It's called him out. I always have to bother Garan.
Here's a new law. We're making laws.
Working on his Grinch costume for the Christmas parade.
Yeah, my Grinch costume's
Garan the
coming.
Grinch.
Right, for sure. So Thanksgiving's coming up. History behind that and everything. You know, we made mention the tribe. Do you know what tribe it was that was with the Pilgrims?
The Mash Pequot.
Yeah, you have it. You go ahead and say that.
Wampanoag?
Yeah,
it was Wampanoag.
I don't know why I said it like that.
But and then myself, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Me and Ben was just talking about this morning, but we're kind of forced to do something because that's the only time my kids.
You got a new house this year. We're coming over. You didn't get the memo?
So on Friday I'm cooking. I don't usually cook on Thursday, but all my kids will be coming home. They got some flights in, and I have to go pick them all up on Thursday, and we'll all eat on Friday. But that's the days they can get off to come home. So
that's awesome.
We're not a supporter of that, but we do like to be thankful and grateful for our lives and be able to see my kids now, because they live so far away.
One thing I wanted to share is I remember I was a teen, whatever, but TV shows was not as many as they have now. We didn't have cell phones and we didn't have, of course, iPads and stuff. But now, when I'm my age now, I really appreciated the family dinners that we had back in the days.
Yeah.
And it's like we don't have family dinners anymore.
Yeah.
When we went through the pandemic, family dinners came back. And I got to know them, you know what I mean? Like, got to invite people over and all this and that, but get back to family dinners, folks.
Yeah, no, they're good. I really appreciate them, and a mom. I always make them take a picture every time they're all together, because who knows when I'm going to see them again.
That's awesome. Good job.
So
keep that up, Sunshine. All right, Ben, we appreciate you, and
Yes.
we want to say thank you. Jordan, say thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
I'm going to need Sunshine here to be my judge, but I'll let you two go because we're going to play The Answer Is, okay?
Good luck.
All right.
Yes.
I need you to come up
Thanks,
with
Jordan.
question number 5.
Yeah, thank you guys.
okay.
Okay, question number 5, because I only had time to do 4 of them. Oh, Jaleesa. Come on over here, Jaleesa. So, okay, yeah. So behind the camera back there, folks, is Jaleesa, and we want to say Project Launch too, right?
Yep.
So thanks for coming, and we'll see you at the Grinch. All right.
Thank you for giving us your time.
Okay, are we ready?
Yeah.
Born ready.
You're born ready. Okay, let's see here. We are about ready. Let's get it started. The answer is, I got some good ones. She don't look ready.
Are they hard?
Yeah, they're good. They're pretty. Are you ready for it?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, folks, this is the answer is. We have been tying, and I think Jordana is going to help us out,
Jordana.
right? Yeah. Question number 1. I just want this music to
Start
play.
crying.
It's like you're getting ready to go battle and stuff. Well, you are. Okay, here we go. The Voice. The Voice, a beautiful show. I love the show. has the final 13 singing in the Best Singers Show, right? They have 4 judges. One is Blake Shelton, country artist, Gwen Stefani, pop artist, and John Legend. Who is the 4th artist, or who's the 4th judge on The Voice?
On The Voice?
Mm-hmm.
You said Gwen Stefani. You said
Blake Shelton.
Blake Shelton.
Yep. And John Legend, one of the greatest singers of all time.
It's a girl.
Okay.
Because they gotta keep it. You gotta keep 2 girls, 2 boy judges.
Do you
fair.
really?
No, I don't know. I just said that. I'm gonna go with. You can tell I never watched The Voice.
Oh my goodness! How do you not watch The Voice? That's what I'm. Okay, go ahead.
I like to watch documentaries.
Okay. Good to
Ask
know.
me a question about that. Not just kidding.
Do you know Sunshine?
Who was the people you named?
Okay, John Legend was one. Blake Shelton, Gwen Stefani. On The Voice.
I think I know.
Okay, she knows.
It
think I know.
is.
And I know. And our listeners know. Look, they're just everybody.
Blowing up.
Yeah, they're just, look at all those answers. Don't look at the answers, but I mean.
I don't know. I'm just gonna kind of guess. It's Katy Perry.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Okay, you got that locked in?
Yes. I'm looking for a question.
Oh, yeah, it's tough, huh? Okay, question number 4. American television show host Jay Leno was burned, and sounds like it was pretty bad. You know, it was on the news. He was released in good spirits, but had burns to his hands, face, and chest area. What was the name of the TV show Jay Leno used to host?
I used to watch that. It was Late Night with Jay Leno.
Okay, Late Night with Jay Leno. Final answer.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. The Winter Gathering here in Winnebago, Nebraska is going to be taking place at the Blackhawks Community Center. We had Miss Parker come up here. Which day is the Winter Gathering taking place?
Friday, December 9th.
Final answer?
Yes.
Okay. Question number 4. The AMC hit TV series about zombies has finally come to an end after 11 seasons. What is the title of this TV show?
Walking Dead.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Did you watch the finale?
No.
I didn't either. I watched the first 3 seasons.
Yeah.
It was really good. Rick Grimes and all those guys. Then after that,
It got carried away, I thought.
Did it?
Yeah, I thought it did. Just so many, and then, I don't know, it just was too much.
Yeah. All right. Question number 5. You ready for question number 5?
Yes.
Sunshine.
Okay, so in a website browser address bar, what does www stand for?
World Wide Web.
Oh, okay.
Final answer?
Yeah.
That's actually a good question. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and see what we can do here. How did you do? What's that?
Is it Shakira?
Uh,
Oh, I was wrong.
you were close though.
Who is it?
It's dang, I don't even know how to say her name. I don't know how to say her name. Start. Okay, well, who's it? Is Jordana? Oh, okay. I don't think we're gonna have a tie today. Seriously. She did pretty good.
Did you?
Yeah. And then we had Sunshine come up with the last question.
Yeah, which was lame,
And-
so you'll
and
probably know it.
It's like,
Okay, well, hopefully.
no, it was a hard question. Okay, here we
I'm
go.
sweating.
I'm hungry.
The question number 1. The Voice has the final 13 singers singing in the best television show ever. I really like it. Anyways, they have 4 judges. One judge is Blake Shelton, country artist. The other judge is Gwen Stefani, country artist. And John Legend, probably R&B. Gwen Stefani is actually pop, right?
Yeah, I think she's pop.
Yes.
Not country. Sorry about that. She's married to... Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's the 4th judge
The 4th judge
on The Voice?
on The Voice.
This is The Voice.
I think, I don't know if they changed judges, but I think it's Kelly Clarkson.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Who did you say? Katy Perry?
Yeah.
That answer is... Okay, it actually is that, what she sings Havana.
Camila Cabello?
Yeah,
Cabello
yeah,
or
yeah. How
something?
do you ever you say that?
Cabello?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
she's
who
too
it
new for
is.
me.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
She only had.
I almost said Christina Aguilera.
She was on there.
Yeah.
She was on there for a while. Adam Levine was on there for a while
Yeah.
too. But now it's, how do you say it?
Camila Cabello.
Camila Cabello. Yeah. Call her CC. Anyways, the American television show host Jay Leno was burned, and sounds like it was pretty bad. It was in the news. Yeah, he was burned. He's working in his garage and got gasoline on him. He was released in good spirits, but he had burns to his hands, face, and chest area. What was the name of the TV show Jay Leno used to host?
I believe it has to be the Tonight Show.
Final answer?
Yeah.
She is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said the late
night.
The late night, but it actually is the Tonight Show.
Yeah.
All right, so 2-1. Got a good race going on here, folks. All right, the Winter Gathering is taking place down at the Blackhawk Center. Which day is the Winter Gathering happening this year?
December 6th.
Final answer?
Final answer.
All right, you got to turn that 6 and turn it upside down because that is, it's actually December 9th.
I was gonna.
She's got it right. Yep.
Yeah.
And you were here when she was talking about
I
it,
know.
right? Okay, all right. So, question number 4. The AMC hit TV series about zombies has finally come to an end after 11 seasons. They had their season finale. I haven't watched it, but what is the name of this television show?
The zombie show, it has to be The Walking Dead.
Final answer?
Yeah.
She is. They both got it right. All right. So, what do we got a score of?
2-2.
Okay, when we get into the final and the hardest question, it's created, developed, and vetted by none other than Sunshine Thomas Baird.
It's off the internet. And wait, no. In a website browser address bar, what does www stand for?
World Wide Web.
See, it was lame.
We got to give Sunshine for coming. All right.
So it's 3-3. It's tied.
That lie.
2 times in a row now.
Was it my last week too?
Yeah.
It was a tie. So 3 weeks? Is that
Yeah.
3 weeks? Dang.
Yeah. No, that's 2 weeks because Tyler won that one. Then we tied. Then now we tied again. So.
Oh, okay. Need more body part. Body part.
Do you want another question?
So how do they do it? The first one to answer it?
The first one to answer it.
Yeah. Okay.
We need like a buzzer.
All right.
Oh yeah,
all right.
we need a buzzer.
Okay, let's try it. Go ahead.
Okay, so in what year were the first Air Jordan sneakers released?
Dang.
I'm gonna say
Jordana should know
1990.
What's your guess? What's your guess before?
1993.
1993, 1990.
Yeah.
Nope.
Hey.
1984.
Oh. That was it.
I know.
Okay. I don't know. My bad.
The more you know.
I know.
Oh, I got a question for you then. All right, here's the first one to get it right.
Okay.
Michael Jordan was known for playing for Chicago Bulls, but when he retired, what team did he play for?
The Washington Wizards.
What's your guess?
The Wizards.
I don't even know. Was it the Hornets or is it the Wizards?
I have no idea.
It's the Wizards.
You know that answer?
I know that.
I thought he played baseball for a bit.
Oh, okay. So we're not going to use that question.
It's the Wizards.
Dang, man, we can't.
Where's Q at?
Okay, all right. Now I need you guys' help. We got to get that prize announced here.
Yes. Before you do yours, I did mention in All Request Live that I was going to be giving away a prize for the first 10 people to submit their votes. So I want to thank those that did. We did get our little goal of 10. So I have a winner, and it is Charlie Earth.
All right, good job.
Congratulations, Charlie.
Yeah.
What'd she win?
A nice, very awesome cup with the
What do they call those? Everybody collects them. and
thermal
stuff.
or?
Yeah, thermos or something like
A
that.
Yeti?
Basically,
Oh.
it keeps your drink cold if it's cold, and it keeps it hot when it's hot.
Oh.
But it's stainless steel.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth, you buy them Starbucks, what they sell them for like $120 or something like that. I'm not even sure.
Gee, I don't know.
I don't know.
I think they're like 40 bucks or something.
Yeah, this is like, wow, that's crazy for a cup. You know, I just used to the red Solo cups or something. You know what I mean? Does the same thing. Anyways, so are we putting everybody's name in? That is, Bobby Wolf. Oh, he owes it to T-Bomb now. Okay, so everybody that's in that drawing, when are we gonna announce that later, or are we gonna do that now?
Give me like 4 seconds. We can get to it.
Okay.
You don't need a paper. No.
All In the meantime.
Donnie.
In the meantime, Jordana, I know that we were discussing the lighting contest, and the WIN issue is going to be a little bit delayed, right?
Actually, I don't think it will be delayed. Our printer will be closed on Thursday, but they're still able to deliver on Friday. And I know that the post offices are open on Friday, so I'll just have to come in on Friday when everybody's enjoying their day off. No, I'm just kidding.
Watching football. Does Nebraska play on Friday?
Eating leftovers.
I know. Just enjoying it.
I'll be able to help you.
Okay, yeah, but we'll make sure that those get out, and those will be out early next week.
All right. Now, does Nebraska? Did you see in Winnebago the Boys and Girls Club?
I did. That was cute.
Made some headlines and.
Yeah.
I think I shared that.
Did you?
I think so.
What, they had to lead the charge or something, like the cheers?
It was the red carpet. Yeah, was that what it was? They came out with them?
I'm not even sure what it was and stuff.
It just said red carpet.
I just seen Marcel jumping in the background and stuff, and I was like, hey, that's cool, man, that's cool. All right, so we're getting our list together. In the meantime, we have some other announcements, she's checking it twice. We want to say happy here's the topic of discussion. We said if somebody comments what they're thankful for, they'll be entered into a drawing, get their name pulled. And so what are you thankful for?
What am I thankful
Yeah.
for? My family, my kids, George,
right.
his kids, all of everything that we.
Kids are a blessing.
Yeah,
Definitely.
they are.
That's a good one.
Well, only when they're little, then they get mouthy. Just kidding. No, I love my babies, all of them.
Jordana.
I don't know. I would say probably just my grandparents, their health.
Yeah.
Grateful to still have them a part of my life and everything, and I'm glad that they're healthy.
That is awesome, and I want to say thank you for them to coming out to the Big Boys Choice Awards. Remember when we had that? They came out, had a good time, and it's always good to see them. I know that they request some of the ARL songs and everything, so that's a definitely good thank you. Mm-hmm. What am I thankful for?
Yes, what are you thankful for?
Just to have some heat, man. I mean, seriously, like it's been kind of chilly in the house and stuff, so
it is.
It's very important for those that, the Winnebago tribe did the coat for the kids, and that was something that I'm very thankful for as well, because as the weather turns, it was just literally like August, nice out, 80 degrees, you know what I mean?
Sweating.
For real. Now, seriously, man, now it's like 13 degrees out and stuff. It's crazy.
Well, this is kind of like a heat wave this week.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like 40s.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
We have yet to have the first major snowstorm.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not looking forward to it. In Nebraska, it's always just straight wind and take your breath away and
so
freezing.
Cold, I know.
Okay, we are looking for a winner. Let's do it. Oh, before we do the winner, we'll have Jordana drive. What are you thankful for?
Hey, I got a few things I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for my position here with communications. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my friends. I'm thankful for my good health and just, being able to get up and come to work and things like that.
That's awesome.
Nice.
So ARL, All Request Live, is going to be tomorrow. Just program note.
Yeah, yep.
And you can also send your thankful shout outs and dedication songs and everything on that show. We also have birthday shout outs that take place around the noon hour for that. So
yes,
if you have an opportunity, make sure you tune in and make sure you vote, folks. Mm-hmm. Special guests happening tomorrow as well.
Yeah, we've got, just display that real quick, plug that in there. That'll be available over KWTN 100.9 FM. That's our little special co-host there, Morgan.
Mm-hmm. Our summer youth worker.
Yes.
For sure. Okay, I have to stop it here. Okay, you know how we love comments. But this last comment, okay, this last comment by.
Stop the music.
I'm stopping the music here. Stop the presses here. Thankful for my Iowa Hawkeyes, and every time they beat the Huskers.
Oh my God.
Are we allowed to ban her? No. No, I'm just teasing. Good luck to the Iowa fans and the Nebraska fans.
I gotta add those girls. Hold on. Can I add them? I didn't include them.
Oh yeah,
They just
for
popped
sure,
in.
for sure.
So I also forgot to say I'm very thankful for my grandson Malcolm. I am anxiously awaiting Jordana's pictures.
She goes, oh yeah.
Let me get on there. I'm sure everybody's kind of wondering.
And I brought you guys dessert, so that should hurry it up a bit. No, I was kidding.
Dang, I know
Trying to
we're
bribe
hungry.
we had a short deadline. Yeah, I know. Just to let everybody know that I'm still working on the editing for the ribbon skirt and ribbon shirt photo, since it was Thanksgiving this week, the printers and all that. So
Hey, I want to make a mention real quick. Shout out to my mom. She got this customized for me.
Oh, that's cute. I love that.
Little makeup bag.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Shout out. Okay, here we go. For sure.
many are we doing?
Midnight Love happening on Friday.
You want me to
10
take
p.m.
it,
to
since you're
12
the picker?
a.m.
We also have the Friday Night Hot Mix, and ARL is going to be on Thursday. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Here is your winner.
Your winner is.
Don't look in there.
Drum roll, please. Studio audience, drum roll. None other than Quint Coach Q Bass. He's always on. Tom, get to work.
Heck
No,
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
No, thank you,
Nice one,
everybody,
too.
for the comments. So,
Yes,
and it's good
everybody.
to see that. Let's spread some of that thankfulness and be grateful for what we have.
I just wanted to make mention that I came across a video. They were, plugging in that, when you take a moment to just kind of just remind yourself of things that you're grateful for, it invites more of that positive energy in. So it's kind of, across the table. It's good.
Yeah. So thank you, Sunshine. I'm grateful for you, Jordana.
I'm grateful
Good
for
job
all of
on the
you.
win. Best to me on with the radio and everything. So thank you,
Everybody in Facebook world and listening to us.
Sure,
Thank
for
you.
sure. All right, folks. You have a good rest of your day. Happy Thanksgiving.
Have a good day.